Walden, I'm home. Your Uncle Mordecai says hi.
Hmm,
What are you doing there, boy?
just sharpening this old knife. Helps me clear my head and think, you know?
Hmm. Have you made up your mind about that job you were offered yet?
Yeah, I've decided that I'm going to take up Barnaby on that position he mentioned over at the Rainbow Factory. Sure, it may not seem like the most glamorous job in the world, but there definitely seems to be plenty of opportunity to advance and work my way up.
Good. At least you'll be doing something useful with your life rather than just painting, eating apples, and sharpening knives now, apparently. Well, factory work ain't exactly easy, though. You do understand you'll be working some long hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that factories tend to have some pretty hazardous working environments, right?
Dad, my school would go on tours of the Rainbow Factory almost every year. I've seen all the signs and warning labels. It'll be fine.
All right, all right. You know, they say everyone that goes into that place never leaves. Going to the Rainbow Factory could mean you'll never set foot in the city again. You'd be leaving behind everything you've ever known.
I'm fine with that. It's not like I got any friends that live out here in the city anyways.
Well, as long as you're sure. Something on your mind, son?
Since when do you care about whether or not anything was bothering me?
Well, this could be the last time the two of us will get to sit together and talk like this. Better make it count, Walden.
All right then. Do you remember the day that Mom died?
Walden, I was there when it happened. Of course I remember.
You remember how she died, right?
Of course. You brought her a cup of tea that just so happened to be poisoned. You watched her drink it, and you also watched as she died from the poison.
Yeah, thank you for the recap.
Why are you fixated on this exactly? There's nothing you can do about it now.
I'm fixated on this because I remember things happened a little more differently than you do.
Oh, is that so?
As I recall, you were the one that prepared the tea and poured it into the cup. You gave the cup to me, and I gave the cup to her.
Yes. Your point?
There were only 3 points from the time that the tea was brewed to when Mom drank it that the poison could have been slipped in. We both already agree that she couldn't have done it to herself. She loved the two of us far too much to do that to herself.
I can agree with that, yes.
Then there's me. I was the one you gave the cup to. I was the one that brought Mom the tea, and I watched her die.
Walden, getting yourself hung up on this isn't healthy. What happened, happened. You can't change it.
I have to wonder, though, who was it that put the poison into her tea? It wasn't her, and I know this for damn certain. It wasn't me.
Walden, put the knife down.
Who could it be, I wonder? Who was it that took my mom away from me? Who's the reason that you were left to raise me all by yourself? Poor, poor Wallace darling. A single dad with all this money. Money that, by the way, wasn't even his until after his wife passed away.
Wallden, son, let's be civil about this.
20 years. 20 years. I let you get away with blaming me for my mother's death. When it was you. This whole time, it was you.
Wallden, wait. Wally? Uh, uh, you're, you're really going to kill me, Wallden. I'm your father. I raised you. You can't possibly kill me.
Oh, I could. Believe me, I could. And I would. You absolutely deserve to die for the shit you pulled and all the bullshit you put me through. But death is far too good for you. I want to see you suffer and live out the rest of your days completely alone far more than I want to see you die. So suffer, and if I ever see you again, I'll make you beg for death. Goodbye, Wallace darling.